I'm Eureka. My mother abandoned me when I was a child. My mother had me when she was 16, but the person who was supposed to be my father didn't even care about me and just disappeared. My mother didn't love me. She never took care of me. She left me at her parents' house and enjoyed her nightlife even though she didn't have money. However, 2 years later, my grandparents passed away in an accident, and I got thinner and thinner because no one would take care of me. My mother did buy me bread and snacks, but only when she felt like it. I couldn't have anything nutritious. I guess she didn't want to come home and take care of me. She would borrow money and go to host clubs and not return for days. My younger self couldn't go out and call for help, so all I could do was wait for her to come home. I didn't have periodical medical checkups, so the people in the child consultation center suspected child abuse and visited many times. But my mother would say she was just busy and that she would do it later, so she was never caught. I turned 6 and started going to school. I met children my age for the first time. They looked good wearing cute clothes. I realized that for the first time I looked miserable. I didn't go to kindergarten, so I didn't even know the alphabet. I didn't understand the calendar, and I hardly knew any words. My hair was messy and my clothes were dirty. I hadn't even been bathed properly as well. My teeth were full of cavities. No one would be friends with someone like me. My teacher got worried and called my mother to warn her. As a result, she got mad and beat me up. Don't eat anything if you're going to get cavities. Take a bath by yourself. Don't embarrass me. So I started to worry about how I dressed. I wasn't given food properly like before, so I tried to eat more at school and had second servings. But my mother said, "Don't have second servings. It looks like I'm not feeding you properly." So I was only allowed a normal portion no matter how hungry I was. My mother's debt got bigger and bigger so that she could go to a host club, so we couldn't even pay for my school meal. During the summer vacation when I was in 4th grade, she stopped coming home. There were many times where she wouldn't come back for 2 or 3 days, but she was gone for more than 2 weeks. I was starting to run low on food, so I decided to contact her with the kid's phone that she gave me for my birthday last year. "Where are you, Mom?" "Who is this?" "It's Eureka." "Eureka? Why do you have a phone?" "What? You gave it to me for my last birthday." "What? Oh, now I remember. Yeah, I did give you that. I forgot. I need to terminate my contract." "What? What do you mean?" "The guy I was dating last year bought me that so I could contact you. But we broke up. I'll terminate the contract, so throw that thing away." "But I was happy that you gave me a present." "You won't be able to use it anymore. It's just going to be in the way. And what do you want?" "I'm hungry. When are you coming home? There isn't any food left at home." "What? It's all gone? Aren't you eating too much? I bought so much." "I'm sorry. I was eating 1 piece of bread per meal, so it's all gone." "Huh. I thought it would be free because you don't have school, but I can't be bothered. Do something by yourself." "What do you mean? What should I do?" "Think by yourself. You're already in 4th grade. I'm busy, so don't bother me." "Then, can I leave the house?" "I've told you. You can't do that." "Why?" "It can be dangerous outside on your own. Stay home and stay still." "But I'm hungry." "Be patient, will you? I'll go home, so stay still at home." "You're coming home? Okay, I'll wait. Come home quickly."
Eventually.
My mother never came home no matter how long I waited. My phone wasn't working anymore and I couldn't contact her. I was so hungry I tried licking seasoning and drinking oil, but I got a stomachache and couldn't eat anything. I felt my body get weaker and weaker, but I still believed that my mother would someday return and didn't leave the house. A month after my mom disappeared, I heard someone come into the house as I was laying down, unable to move and losing consciousness. It seemed like the person was hugging me and crying. I lost consciousness and woke up in a hospital bed 3 days later. A fierce-looking man was sleeping beside my bed. I feel like I've met this person before. Then the person realized I was awake and talked to me very kindly. The person's name was Sato, and he was collecting my mother's debt. He had come to my house several times to collect the debt, so that's why I knew his face. He didn't mention it then, but he was always worried about me when he came to our house. He heard that my mother had run away during my summer vacation and had a bad feeling, so he kicked down the door and found me. He told me that he couldn't stop crying seeing me so weak. Apparently, he has known my family for a long time, and all the stories I know from my childhood are things he told me. He told me he wanted to help me, but he couldn't do anything because of his position. He apologized to me and looked extremely sorry. Thank you. This made him cry. Lots of things happened after that. While the search for my mother was happening, I was put in a facility for children without parents. Sometime later, I got news that my mother was arrested. I had mixed feelings of relief and sorrow. I didn't know what this feeling was, but I was soon able to forget about my mother and was able to feel happy about where I was in life. I left when I was 18 and started working as an office worker at a local factory. It was a small company, but the president and people there were very nice, so I was able to have a good time. 2 years later, I married Masayoshi, who was the son of the president, and started a new life with a new family. Then suddenly, I got a message from her.
Eureka, how are you? It's your mom.
What? My mom?
Of course. Who else would it be? I'm glad I could contact you.
Why?
I desperately wanted to see you, so I had lots of people help me find you.
You wanted to see me?
I wanted to apologize to you. I made you go through a hard time.
Mom.
I'm so sorry. I deeply regret what I did. I didn't take care of you at all.
Yeah.
I paid off my debt. I work properly now. I don't go to host clubs anymore.
Right.
So, would you live with me again?
What?
I want to start over again.
Wait a second. You can't be so selfish. You left me and ran away.
I'm so sorry. I regret doing that.
And I'm married as well, so...
I know.
Huh?
You married the son of a president, right? I heard all about you.
So...
You're pregnant as well, right? You may need your mother's hand. It's hard becoming a mother.
Well, yeah, but...
We are a family. I want to be helpful.
The house I'm living in is my husband's father's. I can't decide that on my own.
Then could you convince them? I'm sure they'll say yes if you say that your true mother wants to live with you.
Okay, I'll talk to them.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Eureka. I'll wait for your response.
I was surprised at the message from my mother and didn't know what to do. Should I believe everything she said? I couldn't decide for myself, so I decided to message Masayoshi. Do you have time right now?
Oh, Eureka! What's the matter? Did you find out if it's a boy or a girl?
Oh, not yet. There was something I wanted to talk to you about.
What's that?
I got a message from my mom.
Mom meaning that mom?
Yeah, the one I used to live with.
What did she say?
She wants to live together.
What? Is she threatening you?
No. She says she regrets the things she did to me. She says she wants to see her grandchild and that she wants to live with me.
What about the debt and going to host clubs?
She said she quit and doesn't have any debt.
So she's doing better then. What do you want to do, Eureka?
I don't know. I am a little scared. She might be lying.
All right. Don't contact your mom for now. I'll have her checked on so we can think about it afterwards.
Can you do that?
Of course, leave it to me. You only have to worry about our baby.
Okay. So Masayoshi hired a private investigator to spy on her and see what she's up to, where she lives, and who she's with. If what she said was true, I thought I could trust her. But it turns out she hasn't changed at all.
Eureka, it's been about a month, but have you talked to your husband about it? When are you going to reply?
Mom, you lied to me.
What?
You still have a big debt. You're living with an ex-convict as well. You're just trying to use me, aren't you?
What are you talking about? You're mistaken.
Masayoshi investigated you for me. He said that it was shady.
What do you mean you investigated? You couldn't trust your own mother?
Obviously! You almost killed me because you left me alone. How should I trust someone like that?
Don't bring up things from the past. I got arrested because of you. Besides, you're not dead, so what's the big deal?
Not a big deal. Do you know how much I suffered because of you? You don't understand at all. You deserve to get arrested.
I sacrificed so much because of you.
What exactly did you sacrifice? You were never home. I hardly had any food. We didn't have the money. That's because you went to those host clubs. You only cared about yourself and never about your daughter.
It's all because you were born. I should have had an abortion.
I wish you did. I didn't want you to be my mother.
Then why don't you go ahead and kill yourself? You're useless alive anyway. I bet that kid in your stomach is also a useless git.
I'm not like you. I swear on my life. I will raise that child with care.
Do you really think you can do that?
Yes, I have a family.
That's enough. I'm the one who gave birth to you. I won't forgive you if you leave me and become happy by yourself.
I don't need forgiveness to become happy.
I said nice things for you, but if you're going to be like that, you better be prepared because I will ruin your life.
What?
Did you think you can escape? I know where you live.
Are you threatening me?
If you don't want that, you better get some money. You married a rich boy. You must have tons of money.
So that was your intention from the beginning then?
$100,000 will do for now. Get it ready by next week.
No.
Huh? Don't you understand what will happen if you refuse?
You're the one that doesn't understand.
What?
Do you remember Sato?
Sato? Do you mean that Sato?
The guy who was collecting your debt. I know his contact details.
Hold on.
He told me to contact him if you came in touch. I might call him.
Wait a second. How do you know about him?
He was the one who saved me when I was dying, didn't you know?
What?
I would be dead if he hadn't found me. He saved my life.
You're joking.
He visited me so many times after I was put into the facility. We still keep in touch.
How? I didn't know. Please, don't contact him.
Then give up on me.
Then could you please lend me the money?
I don't have a single penny to lend you.
Please, your mother is in trouble. I need the money.
I don't have a mother.
Don't say that. Please.
Nope. Oh, I'll tell you one more thing.
What?
The guy you're with right now, he's using you and making a huge debt.
Huh?
You really like scumbags, don't you? But you're one too, so I guess it can't be helped.
You're kidding, right? He would never do such a thing.
Then why don't you ask him? It's none of my business, so I don't really care, but
that's impossible. How can I pay off any more debt?
I don't know. You're still young, so why don't you become a prostitute or something?
No way.
So, yeah, don't ever contact me again. If you come to my house, I will call Sato.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. I'll apologize, so please help me.
Goodbye.
Eureka! Eureka! Please help me.
I blocked my mother so she couldn't contact me. It seems like she was extremely afraid of Sato because she didn't come to my house. She gave up on paying off the debt and committed suicide. None of the relatives, including me, volunteered to take her in their family grave. I kind of felt sorry for my mother because she had no one to rely on, but I have decided to forget about it. Right now, I have a family that I cherish. I will think family first and hope to make a happy family along with the baby who's on the way.